Hello Virgos and welcome to your July reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first card that came out was two cards, and it is the Sun and death. Okay, so right away, death. You maybe right now you're at the end of something. Okay, in the sense of you could be finishing a period in your life. There's a purification happening, there's an ending of something happening, but the reason for it is so that the sun can come into your life here, as I see. Clarity, and what kind of provoked it and what it's for, it's that spurge of that inner child, that sun, that yes of the universe, okay? Like a moment of clarity, of, oh my God, I see what doesn't fit with my aspirations, with what I want to go forward with what makes me feel like, a naked kid on a white horse. So the card after is the Empress and the Four of Swords. So of course your Empress is your divine feminine. It's all the queens. She's with the Four of Swords. So that understanding, that clarity, that kind of provoked or initiated the death, okay, the end, the purification of a situation, is also helping your divine feminine to understand and heal the heartaches that she went through, okay? Because our divine feminine, when these two are together, this is when, for XY reasons, our divine feminine had to swallow, had to close her eyes, had to take the punch, okay? And she wasn't supposed to. Was supposed to have a divine masculine in front of her. She was disappointed, she was hurt, and now this month she's gonna understand why. And the why is that Five of Pentacles. Because that belief was in you. And that's why that belief has to end. So if that belief engendered or created relationships, a job, or whatever, if that energy, that vibration, that belief ends, well, that job, relationship, or whatever will probably end also. Because if you're in a dynamic of a Five of Pentacles with somebody, once you're conscious about it, once you see that you're giving everything and not receiving anything, that you feel not enough, that you feel that you have to sacrifice and do so much in order to receive a little bit. Once you realize that, once you've seen, you cannot unsee, that dynamic cannot happen. And now your divine feminine is kind of catching on. Okay, and under, it's a bit humid, there we go, under Death and the Sun, I have the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So you were juggling emotionally. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So probably feeling like crap inside, but smiling and doing whatever it takes to continue making everybody happy except me. Ten of Swords. That's it. Oh my God. I've just realized now the price I'm paying for this. The lie I bought that somewhere I had to do this. That was my truth. That's what a good person is. Or whatever. Ten of Swords, this is when we're conscious of all the swords that we allowed in us. So our divine feminine will heal this month, and it will also affect our divine masculine to help him get out of a cloud Seven of Cups. So that's like your divine masculine did not know where to go, what to do. How can I decipher where to go, where, okay, am I reading this right? Is it me? Is this an amazing situation, but I'm not reading it right? Or will I end up like alone with a bunch of cats in a van? What is it? And your emperor is kind of lost in there. That's why you need to purify the sun and get rid of that Five of Pentacles, because it's creating emotional projections and actually disturbing your own divine masculine, knowing, so that it knows what to do and all of that. Under that Five of Pentacles, I have Judgment and the Three of Cups. So a huge judgment on the people in your life, because you're going to choose to keep the ones around you that actually bring something to you. After you finish speaking with somebody, if that person leaves and you're exhausted, that relationship is not balanced. You're not receiving. Doesn't mean it's a bad person. It doesn't have to be a vampire. Maybe you have a hard time receiving, okay? But here you're making a judgment, a clear judgment about that. I'm removing this out of my relations. And also Four of Pentacles, in a sense that I used to protect myself, because having sacrificed so much, I was always on the verge of the limit that I need to survive, okay? And I'm juggling, whether it is emotionally, energetically, financially, it's all the same thing. It's the way we manage things. You see what I mean? This month there's a big shift. And bottom of the deck I have the High Priestess, so that tells me that it's a big spiritual shift. It might have consequences in the physical, of course, but first and foremost, it's a spiritual shift. Let's clarify this for you Virgos. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Virgos for the month of July. Okay. All right. Show me Death and the Sun. And here is the Empress. Okay? Empress, Empress. Page of Pentacles. So, that Page of Pentacles tells me that there is this thing here that you received, okay? That could be extra self-value, okay? But this is just enough for you to bring that pentacle onto your 5 and making it a 6. Rebalancing your life. And that's why there's a big cleanup happening, Virgo, where I will keep around what is balanced and nothing else. Empress. And that became pretty clear. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles. That's you. And here I have the King of Cups. So it's kind of out of emotional wisdom also. So some of you could be accompanied, because here we have Queen of Cups, King of Cups, you know. It's like honoring how I feel, honoring my emotions. But now I know that I'm gonna have what it takes to do whatever. I'm having a judgment on the people around me, and I am going to reopen myself to life. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. See, that's the thing, because here, if you have Five of Pentacles in one of these cups, there's your projection, there's your masculine. What are we gonna do? What can I do? I'm juggling. It's like, whoa, that was a hard period here, and there's a lot of endings, okay, but there's also beginnings there. Judgment will have to be very strong so that you don't project the lack into the possibilities that you have out there, rendering your own emperor paralyzed. What road do I take? What road do I take, is he saying. Look at what is in front of me. A bunch of cups with all sorts of options. And, you know, half of them are awful, because I'm afraid that, you know, the future will turn out like this. I will be abandoned, left out in the cold. Instead of Eight of Wands, where bang, 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 things will happen and grow, and things will be amazing. Let's look at your Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Yes. But if you allow Six of Swords, and here is the Wheel of Fortune, whatever has to die, let it die, let it finish, because you don't want to carry that into your future. So this is allowing, instead of juggling, it's allowing for this to finish so I can move on and turn the page and stop projecting my old wounds and my fears into the future. Wheel of Fortune, that will actually allow reality, and here I stop on the Empress again, allow reality to change for you, the wheel to turn, being more aligned with your Empress. Okay, Ten of Swords. Ooh. Okay, Hangman. So here I have a repeat of the Three of Cups. So for some of you, it really is something that hit you, and like robbed the joy out of your life, okay? That kind of thing. I have a repeat of the Queen of Cups. I could have emotionally overwhelmed you, okay? You arrive in the beginning of the month with that. But there's a new beginning. And now you have to put that behind you. Strength. It takes strength to rise above this. Let's look at the Emperor. The Moon, Five of Swords. Okay, your divine masculine. Whether it is inside of you or outside of you. Here, Five of Swords and the Moon. There's unknown, and there can be a lot of negative thoughts. Okay, a lot of, this is it's like things stacking up, you know. It's like feeling overwhelmed by the force of the other, by the force of the universe, of the outside, of whatever you have to deal with, that it is stronger than you. Five of Swords. That's what your masculine believes. And when I say whether it is inside of you or outside of you, I mean whether it is your father, your partner, or whatever. And here with the moon, it's like in front of the unknown. That is when that mentality comes up. Okay, 5 of Swords. And that's why you still have the 7 of Cups there, because your divine masculine is being outmaneuvered here. It's letting himself be outmaneuvered, more than outmaneuvered. 7 of Swords, feeling completely disempowered. But again, I have the Page of Wands, so it's almost like, yes, there's something that will never be the same way it was before, let's say, okay? Something that had to end and finish. But the more you're resisting it, the more the anxiety of the unknown will create a feeling of disempowerment, of feeling lost, of unknowing, of feeling robbed. And that doesn't help anything. But there's a Page of Pentacles, a Page of Wands, a 6 of Swords. The fastest you can like really turn the page and embrace the new, with the knowledge that everything is going to be all right. It's going to take a new shape, but it doesn't have to be a negative shape. Okay? And that's why the Judgment here on your 3 of Cups has to be really inspired, so that you don't all just try and stop everything. Yes, thank God. 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Yes, I'm leaving all of this behind. I can be happy, emotionally fulfilled, raise my cups, even if that transformation here that happened maybe last month for some of you, or at the beginning of the month for others of you. All right. And so the 4 of Cups, I think there's a group of you that will do that fast, and others will bring it, with the Devil, will bring it like stretch it longer. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. And here I have the King of Cups again. So, with the 2 of Cups. So, it's all about, at the end of it all, don't close yourself emotionally because you've been hurt. Because you're afraid to be hurt again. Because you feel betrayed and disempowered. Here, this is important, that the Judgment here, and it's a bit of a soul test, okay? With the rising of the vibration, to allow yourself to have that beautiful self-contentment and love within yourself is still attainable. It's attainable, for people in jail that have no legs and and whatnot. So yes, it is still attainable, because if you close up, nothing will be moving. So there's like these 2 parallel stories at the same time. Here, something happening, kind of imposed transformation, imposed purification, and 2 ways to deal with it. So that's going to be your choice, my beautiful Virgos. And yes, embrace emotional fulfillment. Give your Emperor the goal of it, so that it doesn't feel so disempowered and lost in the possibilities out there that can be anything. Because we have to remember that we manifest. And since we have the Two of Cups here, this could be happening to someone near to you, and you will have to accompany them, okay? Because this is mirrored. So they will be mirroring something that is happening inside of you anyway, okay? So that's why when you see that, pull the Judgment, all right? I don't know how to call this, but open yourself to joy, okay? Joy, peace, love, celebration. These are all still out there for you, okay? Open yourself to joy. I'm gonna call it like that, Virgos. Because you will really see the effects of your Five of Pentacles within yourself, on how you bounce back from whatever it is, you know? I'll call it bouncing back, okay? Because the ones of you that went through that, that will speak to you. So, all right. On this, my beautiful Virgos, I'm sending you all my love and light for the month of July. If you want a private reading, the description is below. In the plus section, there's an email to write to me. I'll write you back with the information. Oh, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. This month, on the full moon, I will do a special ceremony to give you back. And also, yes, thank you for watching, writing, commenting, subscribe, please, to help grow the channel. And of course, I'll see you next month. All right? Namaste.